Okay, folks, we are start off with Ireland captain Johnny Sexton. If you have a question, please just raise your hand physically or shout out and we'll kind of manage through it. This is about 6-7 minutes, guys. Thank you.
No? Just go, will I?
From the goal.
Hi, Johnny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, just to give us your assessment of that game. Congratulations on the first win of the campaign, and just your assessment of it, please.
Some brilliant stuff, especially first half. I thought we were outstanding. Very frustrating to concede just before half time. But our intent and our concentration and our how clinical we were at times was very pleasing, and the stuff that we've been taught and we've been learning and training finally came out in glimpses today. So I'm happy for everyone. I'm happy for the players and the coaches that we finally got. Not finally, because that would disrespect our other performance. I felt we weren't far away in our other performances, but we just added some finishing touches and a little bit of clinical play today.
I know it's hard. There's a lot of noise coming through there. Italy, conceded a lot of penalties. A lot of that was under pressure that you put them under, but a lot of it was unforced. How big a step up do you think Scotland will be?
Yeah, I think it will be a step up. To be honest, I just like to enjoy today. The boys have worked incredibly hard over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and like I said, we've been incredibly frustrated that we didn't get the results, that the work we put in that we felt we deserved. We got it today, and we just want to enjoy today. We'll learn from some things from our performance, what kept them in the game in terms of our discipline, and we definitely can't do that over in Murrayfield, and some soft penalties. So I don't really want to talk too much about Scotland at this stage. We'll just enjoy tonight, and we'll refocus at the end of the week when we meet back up.
Grand job. Thanks, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. You got in the full 80 minutes there, and you saw Billy Burns coming on for Robbie Henshaw. Was that something that you were eager yourself to kind of do, get in the full 80 minutes?
Well, I've been training at 12 during the week at times, like I have for the first 2 games as well. I suppose it's an option that the coaches can have if they feel we need to open the game up a bit, or But I thought Robbie was outstanding, best player on the park for me. On his 50th cap. When you get to a milestone like that, I remember my 50th cap, and when you get a presentation and you get a bit emotional, sometimes it can take away from your performance. You feel a bit drained, but the way he played was just outstanding. Like I said, I thought he was the best player in the park, and he deserved his rest for 15 minutes. And I don't know how I played 80. I never played 80. I played 80 a few weeks ago.
In terms of like guys who are consistently putting it in, Robbie, I thought was one of them, and the other one was Ty Byrne. He's kind of done well over the last 2 weeks. You guys trying to keep him kind of now getting a start and kind of proving his worth, isn't it?
Yeah. Pat always come back to the Munster players as usual. Ty was excellent as well. He's been outstanding for the last 3 weeks. I think his work at line out, his work at breakdown, but he's improved. He's improved massively from the end of November when we were last together, and he's become a proper leader in that pack and helping out the guys at line out. And I can't speak highly enough about him as well. I suppose he was outstanding too.
And just the last one for me, Will Connors now, it's a great all-round performance. He had a stop tackle and then a turnover, but he just got up off the ground immediately. Just a great performance from him, isn't it? More size now for Ireland than he has for Leinster as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. More starts for Ireland than Leinster. Will Connors, you know what you're going to get with Will. The energy that he brings, obviously his chop tackles and his, work in and around the breakdown. But, he's a brilliant ball player as well, which probably haven't seen enough of. But I think we saw it at glimpses tonight, obviously. And yeah, he was outstanding. But I think you can look across the park, and I think everyone stood up today, and everyone was pretty good, because they're a really well coached team, Italy. And sometimes we say during the week about the respect that they deserve and the standard of rugby they've been playing. And I think that was the case. I think they stretched us at times. And like I said, any team I've ever played against under Franco Smith have tested us, whether it was with Treviso or Italy. And he seems to be an outstanding coach and gets his team playing and challenging the opposition. And I'm sure they'll learn a lot from today.
Perfect. Thank you, Johnny.
Thanks.
Johnny, did that performance come out of frustration, or just was it a case of being patient and he's got to where he's wanted to get in the last few weeks?
A little bit of both. Like, if you think about the Wales game, we played the game with 14 men, so we think that we would have played like that in that game. We were a bit frustrated after the French game in terms of the things that we had talked about during the week we didn't deliver on, and the things that we were told during the week we didn't deliver on, and that was the frustrating part. And we probably look back with regret in terms of, we didn't play to our potential and we didn't execute the game plan as best we could. So each game has been different, and I suppose today was an accumulation of both weeks and it coming together a little bit. But it doesn't mean everything's fixed now. We got to keep improving, and obviously a massive test ahead. Going to Murrayfield, it's always an incredibly tough game, and then a 6-day turnaround into England. So it's still all to do. We can if we get a couple of results in our last couple of games, it'll be an okay championship. It'll be one that what might have been, but we want to finish on a high. That's what we said after the French game.
Okay, guys, we have time for just one last one.
Yeah, Johnny, just when you see fellas like, Craig Casey and Ryan Baird running on there for the new caps, does it make you excited about the future and what this team can actually achieve in the next few years?
Yeah, we've come in for some flack over the last few weeks, but internally as a group, I don't think we've ever been more confident about where we're going and what we can produce, and I mean that properly. That with the coaches that we have, with the leadership group coming out of their shells and improving their leadership, I think that this group is on the right trajectory, and I properly believe that. And those two guys are going to play a huge part. Like, their character, like Craig Casey, I didn't know him that well, obviously, because I've never played with him, but his attitude is, I don't think I've ever come across anyone. It kind of reminds me of what I read about Johnny Wilkinson. Really, that's the only person I can relate it to, and it's inspiring for the rest of the group. For someone like me, even at this stage of my career, I like to be last off the pitch, and I'm never last off the pitch now with him around. So he's been brilliant, and Ryan was outstanding when he came on. He's got that energy and incredible athlete. So the future is bright with those two leading the charge.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. We're going to switch in now with Andy Farrell, Ireland head coach.
Hi, Andy. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
How pleased are you with that performance? How much of what you wanted to see did you actually see?
Well, first of all, I'm really proud of the players. They've shown the real character over the last couple of weeks. It's not nice going after 2 losses and waiting a couple of weeks to try and put that right. And we talked about it's a test of character, and they've stayed strong. They've stayed very united together, and as a group, I think they've all pulled together and showed the leaderships in different ways. And I thought we earned the right to score some points with the way that we approached the game in the first half. I thought our attitude was was top class. We approached the game in the right manner. We paid the game the right respect, and Italy the right respect, and I thought we punched away really well in the first half, and the game opened up in the end.
And I just ask you about Hugo Keane. Does his performances recently take away your options? I mean, does it make your decision easy going forward as to who your fullback should be?
Well, what we keep talking about as far as selection is concerned is when there's 50-50 calls to be had, then you leave it in the hands of the coaches, you know, and sometimes those 50-50s, it just becomes a judgment call. But when players are playing really well and put their hands up and make those calls non-debatable, I suppose that's up to the players, and there's quite a few players that's done that out there today.
Thanks, Andy.
Hi, Andy. How are you
Good, thanks.
going? I just ask you how exciting it is to give Craig Casey and Ryan Baird their debut, and how big a future can they have with Ireland?
I've just said to them there that the two guys, I was waiting for the nerves to kick in all week. They was absolutely nerveless, and an absolute credit to themselves and to the families. And again, you know, in these COVID times, I feel for the families not to be able to come out to Rome and see that experience, because the sons were outstanding. You know, they became men today. They got about their jobs quietly all week, and the nerves never really set in at all. And the only thing that I asked of them today was to be themselves, and there was that in spades. So I thought they was outstanding. And then the other guys, obviously Robbie Henshaw. I don't know what else we can say about Robbie other than he was top class, top draw today. Some players put pressure on themselves when they reach milestones, and the other players just grab the occasion by their own hands and embrace the pressure, embrace the occasion, etc., and take the game to the opposition. And from minute one, I mean, that was an outstanding performance from Robbie in that first 40 minutes. So well done to the three of them.
Can I just ask you about Jordan and then the three front row guys who came off? What were their injury issues, and are there any more?
There's a few niggles that we need to assess in the morning, especially after the flight home this evening. So we'll see how people pull up. Jordan had a little bit of a tightness in his hip flexor, so we had Earlsey on early enough because we didn't want to take a risk there. Tig had just gone over his ankle, but he seemed to walk off pretty well. Ronan's just got a dead calf, so he's going to be good. And David Kilcorn failed his HIA, but he's in good spirits in the changing room as well.
Thank you.
Andy, how beneficial is Italy have now conceded 19 tries in 3 games? How beneficial is the intensity levels of this test match going to Murrayfield and with England coming to Dublin?
I wouldn't want to be. I don't know whether you're trying to be disrespectful or not, or not there.
No, I'm just stating the facts that they have conceded 139 points in 3 test matches. So how do you mould that towards you? How beneficial is that for you going to Murrayfield and with England coming?
We know if we don't get our own intensity right, that we don't earn the right to score the tries that we have today. I thought that's what we did. First and foremost, and again, we approached the game in the right manner, and we earned the right to score the tries. Does that prepare us well for Murrayfield? Look, we take a break now. We've got a weekend off, and we dust ourselves down, and we prepare as best we can for Murrayfield. You know, we had 2 weeks off, like I say, leading into this game. You know, and the question's been asked during the week, are you on a hiding to nothing? Well, not for us, because we judge our own performance, and our performance and our attitude was good today.
Did you feel that performance, that first half in particular, was coming? Could you see it?
Yeah, I could actually, just because of the manner, you know, and like we said all week, you know, They want to play with ambition. They want to play with energy. You know, they've got some big, strong boys out there, and you've got to approach the game from a set piece point of view, from a kicking point of view, from a defensive point of view, from a breakdown pressure point of view. I thought all those bits came together, we earned the right to strike at the right moments in the first half. And I thought our forwards punching onto the ball was a different level today, and the backs finished them off. So I thought the game was well connected.
Okay, guys, we have time for just one more.
Hey, Andy, I'll go ahead, Rory, you can go for it.
No, it's okay, Pat. It's fine.
Andy, I just wanted to ask you about James Lowe. There was, I think you made 6 or 7 changes to this game this weekend, but James was someone you kind of kept faith with on the left. What is it? 102 yards, 102 metres gained, and close to a try as well. Were you happy with his performance today?
Yeah, happy enough. There's, I mean, the thing for James and why he's got a little bit of continuity in the last 3 games is because he's new. He's new to international rugby. You know, he's new to finding his feet at this level. By his own right, I'm sure that he'd tell you that it's a step up. He's starting to find his feet, and I think it's the same for Jameson Gibson Park, you know, as well. They're starting to find their feet at this level, and we're burning the fruits from that.
Thanks, folks. Thanks, Andy.
Am I done? Okay. Cheers, lads. Thanks.